Well, we're so delighted to have Lanae Hale with us today, and she's got her guitar. Now, if I was country, I'd say guitar.
That's right.
But the correct pronunciation is with the accent on the last syllable, so it's guitar. Now, is this really the song title?
That's it, Back and Forth.
That is an unusual song title. Lanae, did you write this song?
I did.
You did? All right, well, I better not be talking about her song title since she wrote it. Worship the Lord with Lanae Hale from Franklin, Tennessee, as she plays and sings a song she wrote, Back and Forth.
Well, it's easier to take when it's easy not to break. Set the enemy on fire and feel the flames go higher and higher and higher. If I could, I would run across the sea. Please speak to me, back and forth. The waves keep crashing over my head. I keep on sinking. I need your hand to steady me, to bring your peace to this storm, 'cause it's back and forth. Yeah. Well, it's easy not to care when apathy poisons the air. Well, on the surface it seems calm, yeah, but underneath war rages on and on and on. If I could, I would run across the sea. Steady me to bring your peace to this storm, 'cause it's back and forth. Feel the rain falling hard on my shoulders. I'll lift my head and don't let go. Feel the tide growing high as I get older. I'll lift my head and don't let go. I feel the waves rolling over and over. I'll lift my head and I don't let go, 'cause you're my light when the dark gets colder. So take my hand and don't let go. Don't let go. If I could, then I would run across the sea. Do you speak to me? Do you speak to me?
There you see, there is Lanae's new CD. You want to be sure and get that. And
That was a good song.
That was beautiful. I love her voice. And so, Lanae, if you could just briefly share kind of what the Lord did in your life as far as bringing that restoration and healing, especially for those that are watching today who may have children or grandchildren that have been involved with the cutting. Maybe just address that real quickly, if you would.
Yeah, well, it's funny because I grew up in a Christian home, and so I grew up hearing the truth of God's love and grace, but I had a lot of insecurities. I never thought that I was good enough.
I couldn't wrap my mind around that concept of this big God loving someone like me. And so with that and through different experiences in my life, I ended up walking down a road of depression, and it just kind of kept spiraling out of control with a lot of guilt and self-condemning voices like, you're a failure, you should just give up. And that led me into the dark addiction called cutting. And like any addiction, it kind of starts out small, but it just kind of kept bigger, and I wanted so much to, you know, cut away all my emotional pain so I could be the strong, you know, girl that no one could break on the outside. But I got to my breaking point. I had a lot of struggle with suicidal thoughts and wanting to give up. And I remember, you know, growing up hearing the word, it was like, I'm sure I've read this several times in my life, but it was right then because God's word's alive. It grabbed me. Psalm 147:3 that says, he heals the brokenhearted and he binds up their wounds. And I grabbed a hold of that verse, and I was like, could he really do that for me? Because I tried anything and everything to heal myself, and it didn't work. And so I remember just begging God, please, you know, take my life and heal me. And he began this deep healing process in my life, and it was amazing. It's been an adventure and a journey, and he's taught me a lot about his grace and love and how real that is.
That's awesome. Thank you so much for sharing, Lanae. And today, if you're watching and maybe you have a loved one who is experiencing something similar to what Lanae was talking about, especially in the area of depression, we want you to call right now, because we would love to pray for you and to encourage you today and let you know that God cares. And just as he continued to reach out to Lanae and look at what God has done in her life, it's so amazing to see as she sings and is so beautiful. So you continue to call today, and we're going to pray at the end of the program for all of our prayer requests. Isn't that a great testimony?
It really, really is. And to see how the Lord's using her. When
Yes.
the devil tried to make her feel unworthy. None of us are worthy on our own, but we can do all things through Christ.